Hi, everybody. I'm Liz from Sonora Atka, and I'm here to help you guys today with the user interface for getyourrefund.com and to help you out with figuring out how to input information. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, welcome everyone. So we have gone to the site getyourrefund.org. It's called the Hub, which is what you see here. So we're going to go ahead and enter our credentials. Okay, page loading. Okay, so now we've signed in. We're going to go to this little menu right here and select all clients. And we have, at this point, we have the client still with us. We have their supplemental intake form, their 13614C form, their ID, and social security number or ITIN. So all of that in front of us is going to help us enter this information. So once we click all clients, we're going to select add client. Okay, so now we see these drop downs. We're going to go to service type, select drop off, signature method, always be online, assign to. Because this is a demo, it just says UW California site, but we're going to want this to say Atka Jackson. When you have your live getyourrefund.org account, you will have Atka Jackson as an option. You would always select that on assign to. So now we come to primary contact information. We're going to put the legal first name as Theodore, say J. Mosby. And then we would ask Theodore, hi, do you have a preferred name that you go by? And he might say, yeah, I go by Ted. But if not, we would say, okay, we just match the name as it is on his legal ID. So this guy goes by Ted. Time zone, we're going to want to select Pacific. I sometimes have issues with the drop down, so I just type in P and this shows up. Preferred language, English. Email. Now, this is one of the more important fields to fill out because every bit of information that we send them in terms of the tax prep status, if we need supplemental info from them, absolutely goes by email. It has the option of text, but email is one of the primary ones. So I usually like to go, okay, so I see on your intake form, your email is ted@gmail.com. Is that correct? And he'll say yes. Would you like to opt into email notifications? This allows us to send you status updates on your return. He'll say yes, opt into email notifications. All right, sir, and I see your cell number is 209-555-8888. Would you like to opt into text notifications? Some of them do, some of them don't. But one of the benefits of text notifications is if they have forms that are missing, like they have a W-2 that they forgot to bring, or they need to send us a picture of a dependent's social security card, text notifications will allow them to connect to their smartphone. They can take a picture of it and upload it to get your refund. So some will do both, some will do one. Best to do email, but that's how we fill that out. And then if they have a home phone, we fill that out. That's the next text field here. And now we're going to take a look at their social security card, their SSN not valid for employment, or ITIN, whichever they've brought with them. In this case, social security, and we enter that information. And then we're going to re-enter. And then if this taxpayer is legally blind, we select this. Now we're coming to marital status. Now, if a taxpayer is single, you don't need to select anything. It will default to single. If a taxpayer is married, filing jointly, you select this. You will never have to select married because that means married filing separately, which is out of scope as a VITA volunteer. So if you look at their 13614C or their supplemental intake form and it says married filing separately, you would have to talk to them and of course say, hey, we're so sorry. Unfortunately, we cannot file any married filing single tax returns. The IRS doesn't let us do it. We'd like to help, but we're afraid we're going to have to refer you to professional tax preparer. You know, sorry, IRS. Usually it helps to blame the IRS in these cases, but then you take a look. Okay, so if they're separated, we put the year of separation, widowed, year divorced. So let's say Ted is married, filing jointly. Type of navigator, you do not need to select anything. Mailing address, 123 Street in Sonora, California. Okay. Filling out their mailing address and the state of residence will always be California. Now, let's say Ted has a spouse and you have their ID. So we're going to put their first and last name. Fill out their email as well. Asking to confirm spelling. Social security number. We fill out Fanny's. Okay. And then if the spouse was legally blind, we'd select there. And last but not least on this page, we come to tax years. So we're going to click certification level 2024. This is a demo, so it says 2023, but you're going to select 2024 and certification level advanced. So we've got everything filled out. We hit send for prep. And here we go. We have created our client. Now, there are two things you have to do once you get to this part. Well, a couple things. But first of all, we're going to look and confirm that the site that it is assigned to is Atka Jackson. That's going to be right here. You can edit the site based on organization, but we're always going to have it say Atka Jackson. And so Atka Jackson is there. We're good to go. And then we are going to click Documents. Now, I'm not quite sure how your scanners work over there. If you have a scanner that will scan everything, all documents into one file, then here's what you're going to do. You're going to click Add Document, and then you're going to choose the file. In this case, we have Test Scan. Display name will always be Tax Documents. And this is if you have one file that has everything they brought in. And then you select Other Docs. And the tax return year will be 2024. Now we're going to hit Save. Okay. Now let's say you have a scanner that it only did, the ID, or it has different files for different things. You can click Add Document, choose File. Let's pretend this is the driver's license or an ID. Display name, driver's license, or a description of it. And then you can find photo ID as the document type, tax return 2024. Okay, so photo ID, other documents. Now let's say, oh no, I had Ted Mosby's account present, but I put in Ted Grant's. So what you're going to want to do, it's easy to fix. You would just select Edit. And then there's a little button you can click called Archive Document. So you're going to hit Save on Archive Document. And then it goes into the Archive Document folder. Now, this is really good to do if you make a mistake, which is totally fine, because that way this won't be seen by the taxpayer. They have access to this screen so they can see all of their documents uploaded. So if something accidentally gets to be uploaded, just make sure that you archive it. And last but not least, two things we want to confirm. So we've got everything filled out. We're set to go. So we're going to head to the very top of the screen, and we're going to look for this button that says Assign Plus. And we've got 2024 as our tax year. Assign Plus. We're going to click Assign to Karen Foreman, our site coordinator, and then we're going to select, very important, the green checkbox. The green checkbox is what makes it happen. So 2023 Karen Foreman. And then we are going to select Ready for Review. So with those two, those are important because that shows Karen, we've got a new tax form to fill out. It's ready for review. And then your friends at Vita Sonora can take care of it from there. So we've got that saved. We're ready to go and you're all set. At this point, what you would do is hand all the clients their documents in a tax envelope and then give them the What Happens Next flyer. This is going to explain everything about the next steps of tax return organization. So that's it. So that's essentially how you do this Get Your Refund program. And if you have any questions, feel free to email Karen or myself. We're happy to help through this process. But congratulations, you've just got a client and Get Your Refund.